Talk a little Cavs. Haven't talked enough Cavs today. After a quick word from Living for We. What happens when a regular day at school turns into the worst day of your life? Unfortunately, that's the reality that happens way too frequently in today's world. Gun violence is the leading cause of death for young people in America. Ending communities of color, that impact is even greater. Every bullet fired creates two new victims, the person in front of the gun and the one pulling the trigger. Living for We, Keep Your Head Up podcast is an award-winning show that focuses on real stories, real struggles, and real solutions in Northeast Ohio. New episodes drop every other Tuesday. The next one is next Tuesday, 1 week from today, where you'll hear from host Marlene Harris-Taylor and her new co-host, Maisha Watkins, the executive director of the Cleveland Peacemakers. No one does a better job of bringing you stories from the front lines, victims, survivors, and those fighting for change. Each episode, they sit down with a different organization that's working to end gun violence and provide resources for those affected by gun violence. Whatever kind of help you need, there's a person for you to contact. Listen to Living for We wherever you get your podcasts, or watch the video version on IdeaStream's YouTube channel. You can learn more at ideastream.com/podcast/livingforwe. Subscribe today to Living for We on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts. All right, guys, this came out yesterday. We'll preview the Cavs-Clippers game at the end of the show, but Ty Jerome has become a folk hero in the city of Cleveland. Earl the Pearl started the Ty Jerome hype train.
He did.
And he got a technical in their loss on Sunday for trash talking with Paolo Banchero. And I cut out some of the words because
you can get a technical for trash talking.
I didn't get technical for anything.
That's ridiculous.
I didn't know. I thought it was straight at the coach. I mean, at the ref. If you said something to the ref.
No, he got a technical for excessive, and Banchero got teched as well for their back and forth.
That's stupid.
I cut out some of the words that are not allowed to be on YouTube. So the audio's a little iffy, but Steve's going to drop the super. You can read what was said back and forth. And then I want to have the discussion real quick on whether or not Ty Jerome has the right to talk smack to any player in the league based on his play this season. And is it good to have a guy on the bench with irrational confidence like Ty? This is a clip. I'll start on your team as an all-time line there from Ty Jerome. Tyvis, I see you dying as that video is playing.
I didn't know he was like that. Everybody talking about Ty Jerome being like this quiet guy. He don't really say much, but it's so funny to see him.
Banchero was going at him.
That's what I said. Why Paolo even going at him like that?
Ty talks more shit than anyone on the Cavs.
That's awesome.
And he's open about it. He does. That's part of his game. Yeah.
As long as it doesn't get. As long as you don't mention families and stuff like that, then whatever.
And by the way, listen, here's how you know you really are black. Some of those words he was saying, I said, oh.
I thought Banchero called him that word.
Oh, you got the pass. Okay.
No, he did not say that.
He didn't say that.
He did not say that.
That was Banchero.
That was all Banchero. Now, Ty is mixed.
He's a quarter black.
Ty is mixed.
He can say the word.
He wanted to get it off.
He can say the word.
He can bring the permission slip to work.
I defer to you guys.
Birth certificate.
He can say
Bull
the
and
word.
I have no say in what the law is. We know where to stay far away.
He got it. Wait, who's the mix with his dad?
Is it his dad or his?
Why does that matter?
I believe Ty. Hold on one second. I'll get official confirmation.
Hartenstein said he could say it.
He can.
Yeah.
At least Ty Jerome.
Ty's father is mixed. 50,
Okay.
50.
You're good.
Yeah.
So if it was his mother that was mixed, he couldn't?
We question it. All depends on how bad we want it.
It's just how it is. I don't know why that's a thing.
I don't know why.
In Judaism, it's the opposite. Your religion, you're like, if your mom was Jewish, you're Jewish. And if your dad was, but your mom isn't, you're not, unless you want to be, specifically.
That's so wild. Who would have known why that word carries so much
I don't know,
But for the record, Ty Jerome did not use the word in this game.
Just to be clear, just to be case, like we didn't want the NBA. Yeah, you know, that was Banchero. Now Banchero, hold on.
Wait a second.
Let's. Can we figure out where Banchero?
What is he, black?
I'm on his 23andMe right now.
Okay, there you go. Give me that ancestry.com.
Isn't he Latin?
He gotta be black, you lad, right?
Hey, listen, now listen.
His father's Italian, his mother's black.
Okay.
Well, his mother's black.
Okay. I mean, he comes.
I thought he was Latin. He's not even.
Even if he is, he comes in under the J-Lo rule. J-Lo and Fat
He's
Joe.
not black at all.
J-Lo and Fat Joe apparently in the Bronx and in Queens and New York, they get that off.
So if you're Latino, the word is
They be
okay.
letting it's some Puerto Ricans and people I know that they let it slide.
Some people say, you know, when we were, the African trade, they stopped in South America and North America.
So,
evidently, we kind of like family members, I guess.
I don't know that. I didn't know that rule.
Some get it off, some don't.
I was watching some video. I don't know what. Real quick, 30 seconds.
This is wild.
And this video was like, if you took everybody in the world, and based on the percentage of white people, black people, Latin people, Asian people, made every person in the world the combination of those things based on those percentages, and so everybody
They
looked
come out
essentially the same.
black.
No, most the country that most people would be most resemble was either Puerto Rico or Venezuela.
That's wild.
That is wild.
Most people would look kind of Latino.
That's wild, man.
If you mixed all the races in the percentage that they exist
I got
in the world.
I got a stepbrother. I got a brother-in-law who's mixed. He's white and black, but he looks like Hispanic.
Yeah.
You know, the great thing about this is, if you got a show or a radio show in Cleveland, you're not better than that because you can't talk about that.
No.
You can't even get this off. Like you'd have to have a meeting tomorrow. They might cut you off and be like, hold on.
I will say this about Ty Jerome.
Yeah.
I love the fact that he talks like that.
Yeah.
And I do think every team in the NBA, you need kind of that wild card.
He's not backing down.
The irrational confidence guy. That's what's led to Ty having some incredible games, those league pass moments we've talked about.
Yeah.
Is when he's on the court. Ty Jerome believes he's the best player out of the 10 on the court, regardless of who he's on the court with. And 99% of the time this season, he's had like literally one or two games where it's like, okay, Ty, stop shooting. Other than that, he's been incredible. And I have no issue with him doing this whatsoever.
How many points did he finish with in this game?
I think he had 12 or 14.
Dude, much crazier than that. There's some undrafted white dude who talked trash to LeBron, either this year or last. I can't think of what the guy's name is.
Dylan Brooks.
Who?
Dylan Brooks did.
He's not white or
I know, but
no, it wasn't Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks talks trash to everybody, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Jerome had 12 in the game, by the way.
I can't remember who the dude is. He was undrafted, and like now he's become like a legit back end of the roster NBA
Do you know
player.
what team?
I can't remember, but there's another
Patrick
video.
Beverly?
No, white dude.
He's white.
Oh, okay.
This random white dude who was undrafted. He was talking trash to LeBron about flopping or something. I don't know what it was.
This was last year?
It was either last year or this year. I'm not 100% sure, but I was like, that's the ultimate step up trash talk.
Yeah, this dude might not exist.
Ain't no wrong with a little trash.
I'm trying to figure out what white dude will be talking to LeBron. Like,
Yeah, I'm looking for this. I don't see it.
I'll have to find it later.
We'll preview the Cavs road trip one trip, but we'll go around the horn real quick.
Yeah.
Fan of Ty Jerome continuing to
absolutely
run his mouth like that in a good way.
Yes.
Double thumbs up.
Because what trash talking does for an athlete is once you start, you better be locked in. It ain't no I'm about to talk crazy and then have a bad game.
Yeah.
Like that ain't, you can't do that. If you start, you better make sure you getting buckets on dude. Like that's what it has to be. Especially when he chirping back like that. Like now I'm more motivated. Like I got to score.
Now I'm a little older. I come from the older generation of trash talk where like it's fair game to talk about people's mothers.
I don't like that.
We talk about wives. You can't talk about kids.
KG said told Carmelo that Lala tastes like Honey Nut Cheerios.
That was wild. That's
a good line, though.
That was wild. They had to fight. You either have to have a duel or a sword fight or something.
Oh my
like you
God.
You gotta walk 10 paces and turn around.
That was a crazy.
That was wild.
By the way, Carmelo, did you guys talk about this? The Carmelo show. He was talking about how the Cavs get disrespected and.
No, I saw it, and I
do.
forgot to actually look into it. So
Carmelo
we'll
was
add
like
it to
going
the-
on and
to the
on
list.
about how he thinks the Cavs are awesome and they're getting disrespected. Go ahead.
Speaking of the Cavs, tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., Jason and I will be doing another early morning Cavs and Coffee episode. We'll react to tonight's game against the Clippers.
Yeah.
We have an interesting discussion. We've been going back and forth the last couple of days on who's the most important Cav to the team's success in the playoffs, which individual player means the most to Cleveland. We'll dive into that, and then we're going to have some fun. If you put a Cavs player on Akron, could they win the NCAA championship this season? We're going to run through the list.
Weren't they talking about that on Barstool? Is
They
that what you
kinda
got there?
They do it every year, but
They-
we did it on the show too. We talked to Isaac Okoro lead
Yeah.
college basketball and scoring, but we're going to go through
Yeah.
each player. If
If
you
put
add
if you
player
put Donovan
X
Mitchell on
No.
the 16 seed.
No.
on Akron, we're using
Oh, on
Akron.
Akron, specifically
Yeah.
On
Oh,
Akron,
okay,
yeah.
I
So
got
we're going
my
to do that tomorrow,
yeah.
8 a.m. Make sure you tune in to
Yeah.
that.